That's way too long. I didn't even finish it. Alright, let's boot up Rebirth. New game. Oh, I can do cheat mode. Recommended for those who play .hack GU or for those who want to enjoy the story. Only want to enjoy the story. I'm gonna do normal. Cheat mode basically just it literally lets you cheat. It turns you into god. You like one hit stuff and you can't die and shit. It's been a minute since I've been in Makanu. What's up?
Just fucking when games kind of break in ways they shouldn't. I'm assuming Dead Rising 1. It's a video where a zombie's eating a person.
Oh, this is
cool. Died, but the models might have been in an incorrect position, so it looks like they're 69 each other.
Hey!
Oh, fuck.
As yeah.
Hey, you! You, the adept rogue! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you!
God damn it.
So, I take it this is your first time playing this game.
Yeah, I just finished installing it to my PC.
Well, if you wish, we will be honored to show you around.
Huh?
I am sure you would like to become well acquainted as soon as possible.
Just say yes and come along with us. I promise you won't regret it.
All right, it is decided then. Here, I'll hand you my member address.
I acquired the member address. Fuck these two, they look like assholes.
Short email addresses that you can only use in the world. Short mail allows you to instantly send and receive messages from any player online in the world.
Oh, this is okay.
You can only invite people.
So the part that I'm doing right now is
you
the
have
very
member
first
addresses
minute,
for
first like
to join into your party.
15 minutes of the game,
All
counting
right,
all the dialogue.
so let's open the menu.
And it's literally one giant tutorial. And it's set up to where it's set up this way because your character is logging into the game for the first time ever. So he's literally being taught how to do all of this. This part is
This is a list of all the people.
So someone literally is telling him.
Yeah.
Your buttons.
They are literally telling me how to play my game.
That is a weird sense of meta-ness that isn't meta in any way.
I am honored to lend you my sword.
And one of the greatest things that really sucked about this was when they showed like the first, I think it was like the first 20 minutes of this new build.
Remember, you can only invite people
to like kind of show off
the
what
world.
it was like, or like a couple months ago. They used
Enough
this
with the
tutorial, which is literally the driest part of this game. Like the game can be pretty dry, but this is literally your first time in the world. So it's all brand new and it's all tutorial for like 15-20 minutes.
Okay. I mean,
Holy shit, I'm fast.
this isn't the first introduction to the Dot Hack game. It's the first time you play the world.
Yeah, it's technically both, cause the GU games were a major step up from the 4 vanilla ones: Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. And so everything was pretty much the same, but also different. Like there's a lot of mechanics that are the same, and there's a shit ton of mechanics that are way different. And one of the biggest one of the ways they implemented it, they did it in the first game too, was they make it so the character you're playing
Players
as
can use
is
this
logging
to
in
travel
for
from the
very
root
first
town
time.
to other locations.
And so it's like it's like the game is telling you, hey, this is your first time in the world.
Choose warp menu.
Let's show you some of the basics. And then there's
In
more
the
tutorials
world,
spread
all
out, but they're a
You
lot
can
shorter.
warp to these areas by...
These words determine the type of area, monster strength. All right, let's try out the
Yeah.
world.
So like this one, they're teaching me how to warp. And
This is where
it's
you
my
input the
favorite
words.
way of going to worlds in an MMO.
The thing
that
at the
doesn't
top is the
exist.
word plate.
Basically, you have what they call an at-home.
You
It's
combine
the
the
hub
3
world.
words in
It's
here
the-
to
it's the
create the
town.
area you want to go.
So like you log in and you're in, I'm gonna just say if FF7 was an MMO, you'd be in Midgard. That's your at town.
The gyro at the left of the screen
That's
shows
where you
your
log
current
in,
stock
buy
of
your
words.
shit
You can
and
get
everything.
more words by getting information from... Okay, why don't you give it a try?
And then
Choose
when you want to
courageous
leave,
from your stock.
you'll go to this giant portal thing, and it's called a Chaos Gate. You'll go to the Chaos
Okay,
Gate.
now
it'll
you can
ask
go to
you
your
to
first
type
area.
in one of several words, and you're gonna put 3 in a row. And so, like the very first place I'm going to in the tutorial is titled "Courageous, Engaging Daydream." These words mean virtually nothing. They're just kind of used to, yeah, they're just kind of used to randomly generate the world. And so these three words, alongside being in the newbie server, the Delta server, gave me a level 1 area that is that's field based and has certain attributes.
Oh yeah, I
given
almost
to it.
forgot. See the mark left of the... That's a server symbol.
And
it indicates the
it's
server
set,
you're
and the
currently
way that I
in.
love this is because it gives you virtually an infinite amount of places you can go to. Because if you were to go to, say, the Theta server
Right now,
and put the
it's
same
showing
exact words in,
triangle
it's
for
an
Delta.
entirely different field with entirely different level and different attributes.
Yeah, okay.
So, as you can see,
I
we
mean,
are all
is it
in the
like-
Delta server.
Fucking, it's real annoying speaking in-game about the game. Well, not the game, fucking...
If it's a different server, you'll go
this-
to another
is this a
area even
game
with the same
mechanic
area word.
for the real world game?
Yes.
Or is this something defined within also the MMO?
Pay attention
It's-
to the
it's
server
defined
symbol
within the
when
MMO.
invited to an area by
Okay,
a
but
friend.
it's also a game mechanic.
If
Yeah.
you want to know more,
'Cause-
just
'cause
check
it's
out
like-
some of the forums.
Within the game's MMO, it's like saying, hey, do you know any words that might work? No? Well then, you go and it encourages you to talk to people. So you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the forums, and these people are talking about these different words. Oh, this guy went to this area that was like level 35, and it happened to be courageous aqua holy ground or something like that. But you wouldn't have known to use those word combinations because you wouldn't have known those word combinations were a thing in the system.
All right,
Okay.
then we're off
So
to
it's
Delta
literally
Courageous
all trial and
Engaging
error.
Daydream.
It's not all words can make some world. A few do. So you can just mash your way in. It's supposed to be like you find it or something like that.
Yeah,
Or learn about it.
within the MMO, but within the game itself,
Yeah.
we
We've
have
all
to,
been transported
get
to a
them
field.
via story in the
Discover
forums
it
and
or
stuff.
something.
Open your map
So
to
it
take
doesn't
a
give
look
us
at the
an
layout.
infinite amount of, choices because there's a virtually endless amount. But I loved that system
This is the area map.
Interesting one.
because one of the most notable ones is called it's the
Use this screen to check current position,
the world
mission
for what they
info,
call a
and any
sacred
other
ground.
information you may need.
which is an area that's existed in the game. No one fully understands why it's there, but there's no enemies in it. It's literally one area and there's some kind of lore given back, like
This
given
is
to
our
it.
mission.
And like the main one is Delta Hidden Forbidden Holy Ground. The official name of the area is the Hull's Grand Cathedral. It's literally a giant church
Missions
sitting in
are
the middle of a
basically,
giant ass lake.
Well, I guess they're sort of like our
There are no
objective
enemies
for
there.
the area.
All is there is there's no treasure, there's no dungeon. It's just the church, and the walkway that leads into the church.
It looks
You
like
walk
this
into
is
the
a
church,
collection mission.
and then it's an empty cathedral with a giant Well, in the original 4 games, it's a giant statue of Aura, and she's chained up.
We must collect
And
3
it's supposed
symbol
to
fragments
symbolize,
and make our way to the Beast Temple.
It's supposed
The
to
symbol
symbolize the
fragments
goddess
are in treasure chests found
that
on
watches
the
over
altars.
that world is in chains.
The altars
and that
are
was also
protected by
supposed to be
monsters,
the lake where
so the only options
there
are to
was this-
open the treasure
there's a
without
poem
being
that
seen.
the world is based off of in the game, not in real life. And it's supposed to be the lake that this giant war took place with this sacred beast,
Or
and the
defeat the
cathedral
monsters
was
first,
built in
then
like
open the
honor
treasure.
of this war, and in the peace that came from it. And Aura is supposed to be like the divine protector who's been chained up for
These are the
one
altar
reason or
icons.
another. I don't remember the full lore reasonings behind it. But in GU, the same area exists. It's exactly
I
the same,
suggest
just
we first head
updated
to
graphics.
each of these icons and open the treasure
only
chests.
difference is Aura does not exist in this temple. Her statue is not there, and neither are the chains.
Now, this
so,
is the icon for the Beast
There are
Temple.
people that look at it, and there are some people that have played the earlier version of the world and remember her being there,
which
and
is
then there
our
are
final
people
destination.
that just hear rumors about how there was a girl there, and she isn't anymore. And
Okay,
some people,
now
like
that we've
lore nuts,
confirmed
they
where
look
our
into
mission
it
is,
as,
let's be on our
this
way.
is a world without this goddess. She no longer graces her presence here, and that is why
Wait
she's
up,
absent
Asta.
from
You
this
forgot
temple.
one more thing.
That's the general idea right now. But
Yeah.
is this in-game lore or
Yeah,
real
in-game.
world about the game lore?
In-game lore.
Okay.
Because the great thing I love about the in-game lore is a lot of
Okay,
it's made
this
up
time let's
by
really
the
get
poem
going.
that it was based off of, and it's also made up of the people that played the world. You're unsure where the Beast Temple and altars are? Just click the mini-map. Alright. I move hella fast. One of the characters, the 2 characters, Azure Orca and Azure Balmung, they're given the title Azure because they were given to them by a teammate. So it was or not a teammate, a poet that played the world for a little bit because she wanted to see how the game was built up. It's like explained in this novel I have called .hack AI Buster. Basically, there was this quest, this anniversary quest, where you had to fight this giant dragon, and nobody knew how to beat it. Orca and Balmung, they were like 2 of the strongest characters at the time.
Nice. We found an altar already.
Oh yeah, the altars. I gotta go fight monsters. And they go and attempt to fight this beast.
Your life belongs to me.
They don't know how to beat it
Once the battle begins, the battle area spreads
because
out like this.
every time they fight it, it's kicking their ass. They're
The
very
battle
strong
area
players,
is surrounded
but
by
it's
the
kicking
battle
their
force, so it's virtually impossible.
The only
And
way
then-
to escape from a battle is with
Asta and I don't have one right now.
One day they go to fight it, and at the time,
You're
the
not too
character
bad.
that the AI Buster is following,
not so difficult, huh?
they happen to be there and they're watching this fight. They realize that the dragon monster is mimicking, it's
Just
mirroring
continue fighting
one
like
of them.
that.
So every time one of them does something, it'll copy that of whatever he's doing. And so they use that to coordinate their attacks and beat it. They're the only ones that were able to beat this quest. And so after the quest is beaten, the female character that watched them play